Some noise, put your hands together for James Couture. All right, Beer Grotto, what's up? Hey, round of applause if you like pandering. Woo! All right, half this crowd is done, the rest of you are going to pay attention. You're all right, but you're okay, because I got some pandering to do. Just became an uncle today. I'm an uncle today. Super excited about it. I got new uncle blood. I just feel like gambling at the racetrack right now. How many of you have fun uncles that just blow their wad on ponies? I have the sudden urge to just lose it all. Get my uncle badge, which is just my empty wallet with a picture of my niece, hold it up, and you just see last week's losing lotto numbers. Out of my way, I'm an uncle. It's okay. You just hop in cars, dark alleys, go in back rooms like I'm Ray Liotta. It'll be a good time. I'm excited to be an uncle. I'm an uncle to a niece. Uncle to a niece. So much happier for a niece. So much easier. You can't hit a niece. You have to hit a nephew. There's a pecking order. When you're not around, he thinks he's number two. You're like, nah, firstborn's back in stage. I am so happy to be an uncle because I had to do nothing to become one. Those are the best titles. It's like becoming a brother. You were just kind of already there. All you had to do was keep breathing. You know, not quite like your parents did or your brother, but you know, faster, heavier, with a lot more passion. You just got to wake up one day and inhale. It's fine. I like being an uncle. I'm super stoked on it. I am a 35 single-year-old man who live in a single one-bedroom apartment. I keep saying single just to let you all know that I am sad. It's going all right. I live in Lansing, Michigan. So I live in a college town at 35 years old in a one-bedroom apartment. So when I go to a party store to pick up my six-pack of Tall Boy Miller Lights and a frozen Jack's pizza, everyone just gets to look at me like, oh, he doesn't have anybody to tell him not to dress like this. And then when I'm having a down day, when I'm wearing my, flannel sleep pants, hat over my eyes, my neck beard going crazy that day, it's mostly like, oh, he had a family once. But it's okay. I survived. It's been a hell of a pandemic. I have not had sex for 3 years. I know the lockdown was only one. But I'm like a dog when an earthquake's coming. I lock it down. I tuck my tail. I get under a table. If I were a cat, I'd go on a shelf, you know. I did have a cat. I did live with a cat. I was a cat person for a good while. Someone once told me on a Tinder profile that if you're a cat person, you're a psychopath. And that person had a neck tattoo. Like a whole throw, like a tire with fire wings like that. She's like, you must be a psychopath. Like, sure, but I don't do meth. Someone once told me, like, oh, you live alone? When I told them I had a cat, and I was like, no. I don't live alone. When you live alone, you don't lint brush hair that's not yours off of everything you own. When you live alone, you don't budget your alcoholism to whether or not something else needs sand to poop in. And I get the 99.9% dust-free, step fresh. You know what I'm talking about? 99.9% free kitty litter. Do you know what kitty litter is? It's 100% sand. It's all dust. It's all dust in a box that just is filled with shit and piss, and you never clean it. It just stays in whatever closet you thought you could ignore next to the vacuum machine, and that's when you're like, oh, I should clean that. That's what I should do. Dog people in here, I get it. It's fine. You can't leave a dog alone for 8 hours on time. You come home, that dog does love you. You leave a cat alone for 8 hours on time, come in, it's there where you left it. Napping, wishing you were that. That's what I like about that. Oh man, I like that fall is upon us. I like wearing layers. I like my sweaters, I like my long pants and sleeves. I don't like the new trend with the young people, the young men who wear shorts like they play JV volleyball year round. You can't put a cell phone in any of those pockets. None of those chads are wearing fanny packs. I can't wear those. I'm a little bit jealous because I just don't have the legs for it. You know what I'm talking about? There's a misconception that I am fat. The fact is I am thick and proud of it. I am thick with 2 C's. I am a can of Diet Coke on 2 bendy straws. That's what I am. I am the calves of a JV track sprinter, and then the hamstrings of a blown-out JV track sprinter. And I just have this barrel body, like I used to work at the longshoreman, and you know. Thank you. Someone watches old movies. How do you think all this beer used to get here? His name's Joe Kennedy. Put some respect on his name. I'm a history major. Oh my God. No, I studied English because my dad wanted to be really proud of me. Speaking of dads, round of applause if you have a tall-ass dad. Not me. Me either. No, I'm kidding. My dad's too tall. My dad is taller than hell. When I look up at my dad, it's like I'll never become a real man. Like, I didn't go to war either. He didn't. It was just somehow I let him down. Sorry, General. He makes him call us that. I know I'm mixing up all my pronouns, but you guys are stringing along, and that's what's important and fine in all of stand-up comedy. It's all about that. Breakups are weird, aren't they? I know I said I haven't had sex in 3 years, but that doesn't mean my heart can't break. I once got broken up with like it was like a corporate firing. She sat me down in her apartment like, James, come in here, have a seat right in front, have a seat right over here. Look, you've been great from the start, but we just can't keep you on anymore. Hopefully we can work together again in the future. And I'm Midwest polite, so I just put my hand out like, can I get a fucking reference for down the road? All right. My name's James Couture. That's been my time. You guys are great. Keep it going for everybody. You got a great show.